I'm holding on for a hero to the end of the night.
I know, but you're all I've got. Or the other way around.
Oi.
I'm all you've got.
Bonnie Tyler's playing tonight.
We're going to see Bonnie Tyler.
Bonnie Tyler!
I'm doing my very best to match her gravelly voice. Different. I've got a summer lurgy that's been hanging around for ages.
Guy, it's boring now listening to you snore.
And yeah, it is a bit. You're bored of it. I'm bored of it. It's been going on for weeks.
You've been ill for a while.
Thinking this is happening every summer.
But you know what?
What?
You know what? How many times have I said maybe you should go to the doctor?
I did this last time. I had a whole cold that was hanging around, and then I went around there, and he put a little thing on my finger to check my blood alcohol level, no, blood oxygen level.
That'd be a worry.
And he checked my temperature, and he checked that, and he went, "Yeah, you've just got a cold. There's no point giving you antibiotics. Go away, and it'll go away on its own."
You're a bit of a sickly child these days, though. You get colds quite a lot.
Do I?
Why is that?
Anyway, this isn't about me. It's about Mallorca.
Oh, right.
And Bonnie Tyler.
Bonnie Tyler!
It's very, 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 very hot at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, ludicrously.
And
like you walk across the supermarket car park, halfway across, you think you're not going to make it.
Parts of Spain are on fire.
There are, yes. Actually, we haven't had many fires in the Balearics.
Don't
touch
say
wood,
that.
thank God, for a very long time. Or not any serious ones, anyway, for a good couple of years. But there are fires in the north of Spain and close to Madrid, actually. They were drifting over the nation's capital.
Quite scary.
For a bit. It is very hot.
Do you think we should introduce ourselves?
Oh, go on then.
My name's Vicky.
I'm Ollie.
Hello.
Hello. This is the Mallorca podcast. We try and do every week, and we're not too bad these days, are we?
Most of the time we're all right, but you have been a bit poorly and I've been a bit busy.
Yes. Anyway, so we're sitting in a room with the air conditioning switched off, so it doesn't make a noise on the podcast.
But the show will be really short.
Keep this quick. Well, let's start by telling you exactly how hot it is, because actually it is quite important.
Yeah.
The Balearics there's weather warnings all over Spain, but seeing as this is the Mallorca podcast, we'll just talk about this one. The Balearics has orange warnings. So you get yellow, orange, and red.
What does that mean, though?
Orange is more serious than a yellow and less serious than a red. Specifically, it means today, well, no, actually we're 16th, we're recording on the 16th, so 17th, Sunday, tomorrow, they're going to be temperatures up to 41 degrees.
Oh, what?
And these are not the ones measured in the sun, right, you know. Like you can add, I hate to think you can add 10 degrees to that, because that would take it over 50. You can add a good handful of degrees to that. So that's tomorrow, and that's, where are we? At midday temperatures, tomorrow at 41 degrees. On Monday, it's about the same.
Blimey.
So it's maybe 39, 40. Anyway, this is weather to be taken seriously now, folks. This is not, I'm not your mum. You can make your own decisions on this stuff, but be sensible. You people can and do get in serious bother in this weather.
Yeah,
especially if you do something stupid like hiking or cycling or
don't go for a hike.
Actually sitting on the beach sometimes. Don't avoid the... I'm going to sound like your mum now. Avoid the hottest part of the day, drink plenty of water, and don't start on a booze too early.
Here's
ladies
the
and gentlemen.
fixer and put my legs up.
Do not kick the chair around. I'm doing everything to improve the sound quality here.
I'm just getting comfy.
All right.
I was in the gym this morning, as
I'm rehydrating.
as one does. I was in the gym, and I was chatting to this guy who I've met before, actually. He came over to do a High Rocks training camp maybe 2 years ago. And his name was Peter, and he was having a chit chat, and we ended up doing the workout together. And then afterwards, he told me he was here for the weekend. I said, "Oh, what are you doing? You know, like, any specific reason?" Bear in mind, it is August the 16th. Yeah, he's going to a wedding. The ceremony's at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, and dress code: black tie. Black tie.
Yeah.
Hello, whichever wedding planner thought that was a good idea should get a little bit of a little health warning.
Well, I went to a wedding the other day, and I was speaking to the wedding planner, and she said, "I've told them," and they ignored me.
Well, exactly, but just if you're planning a wedding, we should actually do a show about planning weddings in Mallorca, because it's a very big topic. Hang on.
Yes.
If you're planning a wedding, don't ever think it's okay to put your guests in the full-on sun. It's at 5 o'clock in the afternoon in August. It's going to be absolutely roasting. Don't do it. They will have a rubbish time. And actually, they won't be there celebrating your wedding and thinking about how much you love your partner. They'll just be cursing you because they're sweating through their suit.
Standing in the shade and trying not to keel over.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's, speaking as a Northern European, although one that's lived here for 20 years, there's a bit when you kind of explain it to people, and there's a world of difference between 30 degrees and 40 degrees. 30 degrees is a nice sunny day. It's a bit hot. Be careful. 40 degrees is existentially problematic.
Yeah, like,
sometimes. I mean, it really, your body. Your body temperature is 37 degrees, isn't it? Something like that. So once everything's over 40, your body is in constant strife trying to keep it at a manageable level. Like even if, like today, we went out for lunch and inside with a fan going. It was pretty hot, and I had a sandwich, and then for the 10 minutes after, your temperature goes through the roof.
were you hot afterwards?
Yeah, because your body has stopped. It's like 100% effort to keep you cool, and then you give it something else to do, like digest a sarnie, and suddenly the temperature goes up. Or you have, sometimes even a cold alcoholic drink, absolutely perfect for the first 30 seconds, and then your temperature rises.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you've got to be careful. So don't.
Can we just talk about summer drinks for 1 sec?
I'll have another sip of water.
Get it down, yeah. It's boring but important. Honestly, I mean, I don't like drinking icy water because it kind of like bothers me. I don't know. Not so fun with that. But a decent shandy, lemon shandy.
With or without alcohol?
Well, at the moment without, because it's less sugar and I'm on a weight loss journey. But it's so refreshing. It's the nicest thing, especially if they put it in sometimes some bars you go to will put the glass in the freezer.
That's a winner, isn't it?
That's like next level.
Pint glass comes out of the freezer. Actually, I don't need the lemonade in there. But this is not exactly breaking news. Beer's delicious. And when it's 40 degrees and it's in a frozen glass, it's 10 times more delicious.
The other drinks I like are vino rosado con hielo, which is pink wine with ice. That's really good. Or, plain and simple water. Or the other good one, which is a real money spinner for a lot of cafes these days, iced coffee.
They do add a bit of premium to that, don't they?
Well, it depends where you're going. Like, if you go to a regular Spanish bar, you go café con leche con hielo, and they'll bring you a coffee with milk, a hot one, and they'll put a glass of ice next to you, and it's up to you, Superman, to get one thing into the other.
And the instructions are quite simple.
It's pretty easy, but don't splosh it all over yourself.
No, and sometimes they charge a few cents for the ice, don't they?
Yeah,
something like that.
I mean, like sometimes fair enough. Ice is a cost, but don't. If they start whooping on euros, you're like, no.
Yeah.
But some places are like all about the ice frappe. And that's just silly business.
Those are your £7 Starbucks things, aren't they?
Yes. But we're next door to an ice factory here in our office.
Yeah, there's a big, very exciting looking factory. It looks like it looks like a Pompidou Centre.
Shall we ask for a tour?
We should.
Because I know one of the owners.
Oh, do you?
We could go inside.
It'd be lovely and cool.
We could go in just as penguins.
I know, I don't want to destroy my images here. It looks like the Pompidou Centre. It's got all the pipes on the outside.
Yeah.
Although slightly less modern art. On the inside, I think it's staffed by penguins as Oompa Loompas.
Probably is.
But there's probably some bloke.
Please, God, let it
There's
be
probably some bloke next door in there with dressed up like an Eskimo,
the
freezing his doodahs off.
The guy that I know, he's an artist actually, as well. So they are a bit avant-garde over there.
As you can imagine, they're working triple shifts this time of year because the island.
Well, I was sat outside.
How many squillion tons of ice this island gets through on a daily basis?
I was sat outside last night in the car, getting ready to go to a gig, and it was pretty loud, the ice factory. It was like churning out the ice. It would have been about 8 o'clock in the evening. I was on my way to Esjardí in Calvia to take some pictures, and it was like it was going for it. So, yeah. They are also the same people that come and fix our aircon.
I think.
Yes.
Do you reckon we have like an indoor ski slope in the winter?
That would be so good.
That would be good. They probably don't have any of that.
We should talk about the disgusting food museum.
We should, yes.
Let's talk about that now. And then
right.
when we come back after that, we'll talk about the other stuff.
We have mentioned this. Excuse me a moment.
Oh, Ollie.
I'm not well. Yes, we mentioned the disgusting food museum a couple of times. But
finally.
I'm not sure this is the right phrase. I got to go again. Or I did go again because we didn't record all the stuff first time round, did we?
I
went for a second tasting menu. The Disgusting Food Museum opened up in Palma recently, a couple of months ago. They are a very successful, about 8-10-year-old business in Malmo in Sweden. The founder, Andreas, is from Malmo, and he set this thing up as a sort of museum and educational exhibit and kind of like day out for families to go and have a look at. And it's about food that is, well, I was going to say is perceived as being disgusting by some people. It's all disgusting. But that's sort of the point of it, really.
It's not all disgusting. They've got haggis, and that's not disgusting.
They have Marmite in there, don't
That's
they?
also not disgusting. If they put Vimto in there, then we could have a chat.
Yeah, maybe. But they have they have the sort of headline-grabbing Scandinavian things like rotten shark meat and bull's penis and
rats,
ants,
guinea pigs.
Cheese with maggots in and all that kind of stuff.
Don't say that.
And some of them are actual exhibits with real stuff, and some of them are just, if you like, sort of facsimiles of them. And there is a tasting bar where you can try a selection of disgusting foods.
So the concept is you go around the exhibition first and read and learn about all the kind of different cultures and foodstuffs that various places kind of consider as delicious.
And there's stuff from Southeast Asia and Africa and Europe and America and all over the place.
Really. You liked that bit because you'll have the processed food stuff, didn't you?
Well, it was, there was, I won't do any spoilers, but they would, they'd have, depending on where you are in the world, they'd have all this lineup of disgusting food and there'd be something in the middle that you go, well, I eat that or I feed that to the kids. And it tells you how it's made, and you go, actually, that's when you put it in that context, it sounds more disgusting than cheese with maggots in. With some of the processing that happens in food and all of that kind of stuff, and the way some animals are reared, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it is designed as an educational exhibit as well as a freak show, which is the word I've used before. This is it is a bit like that, isn't it? It's a bit kind of roll up, come and try the shark's liver.
Interesting, though. It's like cultural history as well, cultural education. I think it's challenging. Some of the things that our people do eat are a bit like, ooh, I would not be able to get that down me at all.
I did eat everything that was presented to me, and as you will too. If you do it, you'll get a T-shirt saying "I tasted everything at the disgusting food museum."
So after you've gone around the exhibition, which is upstairs in this beautiful old building on Sindicato in Palma.
It is a gorgeous building.
It's a lovely building. It's very historical in itself, actually. Then you're asked to go down the road, downstairs, and you can partake of the various stinky things that are down there. So when we both did quite a lot of the food, but when we went back to do the interview, it was you on your own doing it.
You gallantly volunteered me for the second round.
Well, you're better at this chit-chatting than I am. I thought it'd be nice for you to ask him, because you had a lot of kind of like input into the whole concept, didn't you? So what kind of things did we try? The shark.
I started with ants.
Oh yeah. See, I wouldn't have even been able to do that.
And then
one.
a couple of crickets.
Nope.
And then I had a cricket leg stuck in my teeth for the next couple of rounds.
No, you didn't.
I did, yeah.
Did you really?
I had to pick it out, yeah.
But I mean, like, you can always turn it down. You don't have to eat it.
No, you don't. No. But
you don't have to.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
But like, it's not like you're eating a steak or anything. They are small things.
I should say, you don't skip lunch to go there. These are tiny bits in the end of teaspoons for you to get the disgusting effect. Really,
yeah. So like some of the smells and the flavours and things are. I'm proud of myself for trying all the food. They didn't offer me crickets or ants when we were there before.
No.
And I probably wouldn't have been able to do anything with legs. But I tried the shark, I tried the weird cheese.
The one made in a baby goat's stomach.
Yeah, that was kind of sad.
That was, I think, maybe the worst one.
Oh,
oh, not the worst one.
No, not the worst one. The worst one was quite a surprise, actually. Do you want to tell them what the worst one is?
Right at the end of it, they give you a taste of...
they give you pudding.
Was it Swedish or Icelandic licorice?
Swedish. Salty licorice. And you go,
Excuse me.
I can do licorice, that'll be all right.
That's a sweet, that'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, it'll be fine. And he says, and then the guy who's delightful, hello, Eric, if you're listening, the guy says, give it a good chew, just to release the full, the full effect. And I'm, oh my goodness me, it's nasty. And it takes a second, and then it hits you, and then you have to just basically swallow quick. It's
bad. Do you remember Douglas Adams of the
Swedish
Hitchhiker's Guide to the
people,
Galaxy?
what are they thinking?
I don't know. Do you remember the Douglas Adams Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy when he describes a pangalactic gargle blaster, which was a cocktail, and the effect of which was like getting hit with a slice of lemon wrapped around a large gold brick. And that's sort of how the Swedish licorice sneaks up on you. But yeah, so anyway, look, we urge you to go, really.
Anyway, we have an interview which Ollie did with Andreas. And also, at the end of it, after all of that food, you also did the chili challenge.
Yeah, I thought it was done then. They said,
Goodness
here's a bunch of hot sauces. Which,
you did great. I wouldn't even started on that one.
Yeah,
You know, I'm not a fan of...
Not too bad with spice.
Personally not a fan of chili, but you did great. Like, all the way through. I knew you'd do that one. You'd be fine.
Not a turn-down challenge. Anyway.
But we also have now, so if you're interested to go, I would say that the Disgusting Food Museum is a really good place to take teenagers.
Yeah, exactly. I think that kind of sort of 8 to 15 years
first
old.
dates, no.
No, not a first date place, is it? No, and it's but I think the kids would find it hilarious. You probably can't get them to eat broccoli, but you might have a chance to get them to eat some ants.
Well, it's just fun, isn't it? And also, like, you know, you don't. I mean, there'll be a lot of ew, you know, but actually they might learn something.
They will.
And so it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I think that you guys, if you're in Mallorca, should definitely go and check it out. It's not expensive to go. We actually do have a discount, so I'll put it in the show notes so you can get in a little bit cheaper. Click through the link, and we also get a affiliate commission thing, which is also great.
So we get a bit, you get a bit. That sounds
Yeah,
good. It doesn't cost you any more anyway. In fact, the opposite. You get a discount.
Less.
Anyway, so here's Andreas to tell us all about it, and prepared to be disgusted and educated.
All right, now I'm in Palma. This is something we've talked about on the last 2 podcasts. We're very excited about this new concept, which sounds a bit weird. It's the Disgusting Food Museum, which is a difficult sell, but trust me, what we've seen already is great. And I'm here with the man who knows more about it than anything, because it was all his idea. Andreas Ahrens, who is the founder of the Disgusting Food Museum, and he's here in Palma setting up their new version of it. So, well, Stefan, welcome to Palma.
Still Andreas.
We do this all the way. Let me start.
It's all right, just okay.
All right. Now, the last couple of podcasts, we've mentioned this new attraction in Palma. We're kind of really into it. It's the Disgusting Food Museum. It's a difficult sell, but here we are, ready to have a look around it. And Andreas Ahrens is here to tell us all about it. And he's the better qualified person to do it because it was all his idea. So, well, welcome to Palma, a place you know already. Why'd you choose it?
Well, we actually looked at a lot of different cities around the world, analyzed the number of tourists, the things to do, the general price levels, and then we did interviews on the street in 3 cities. And Palma and Malaga both came up really, really high. And then when we happened to find this lovely place in the center of Palma, we fell in love with the building and we decided to go.
Well, tell us where we are.
We are at Calle Sindicat 21 in the center of Palma.
I'd never been inside the building before. It is absolutely stunning. It's how old is it? You told us it's very old and the street is named after it.
Yes, it used to be the Sindicat de Fora, and it was basically the earliest mention I found of it is 1548, I think it was. It was demolished during the 80s and then it was rebuilt in the early 90s. But the foundation and a lot of the building is from the 1500s.
So just to describe where we are, we're in a kind of Gothic style building with archways, a beautiful courtyard inside, stone staircases going, and a bit of an unusual smell, I'm afraid to say. But I guess that comes to the Disgusting Food Museum. Now, this has been going for a while already. This is not your first version of this. So tell us a little bit about the history. What got you started and where you started it?
So we started in Malmö in 2018 in the south of Sweden, close to Denmark.
And you're Swedish?
I'm Swedish, yes. But basically it started because both me and Samuel that I started it with, we've been traveling around the world, we've been living in different countries, and it's quite obvious once you have an open mind that a lot of the foods that might appear disgusting when you first hear about them, if you try them, they're actually quite delicious. Yeah. So that was the idea behind it, to show people that don't just trust your gut reaction. All of these foods that we show and serve in the museum are actually not disgusting.
Yeah, and well, why don't you give us a kind of rundown of the things that people are most likely to find disgusting that you can taste a bit of and we might be about to taste a bit of ourselves?
Absolutely. So one of my favorites would probably be the durian fruit from Southeast Asia. Smells to a lot of people like hot garbage, tastes like mango and onion. I love it. I love it.
You lived in the Southeast Asia, you said?
I did. I lived in the Philippines for a couple of years.
And that's where durian is widely available in the Philippines, or?
Much more than here, but the biggest grower is Thailand, and the biggest consumption per capita is actually in Singapore.
Right.
But yes, it is quite loved in most parts of Southeast Asia, and it's a hard sell when you first hear about it, see it, smell it. It's spiky. It kind of looks like it doesn't want to be eaten, but it's absolutely lovely taste-wise.
So it's the smell that puts you up, but the taste is fine, right?
I think it's fine, but it is an acquired taste, but it's probably the 5th most vomited thing in the museum, because people do vomit. And to counter that, our tickets are vomit bags.
That's a really nice touch. Yeah, so you have your ticket printed on a sick bag.
Yes, exactly.
Lovely. And so that's the durian. Give us another highlight.
Another favorite of mine, and then we can go into some things I don't like. That would be the salty licorice from Iceland.
Yeah.
The lakisjövla, licorice devils. They are the most spat out thing in the whole tasting bar.
We came for your tasting a couple of weeks ago, and
Yes.
I did tasted a few things. Some were disgusting, some were a little bit less disgusting than I thought. But yeah, the Icelandic licorice was the worst.
For most people it is, and for me it's so good. It's so tasty. Most Swedish people would say the same. The thing I like the least would actually be what you're standing right in front of, which is the sukalu. This is the Sardinian cheese made inside the stomach of a baby goat. So you take a little baby goat, let it drink from its mother, then you slaughter it, cut out the stomach, tie it up and make a cheese inside of it.
Wow.
This is actually how cheese making started about 4,000 years ago.
That doesn't sound great, does it?
It doesn't taste great either, to be honest. It has a very strong aftertaste of vomit, of stomach acids. So it is the least favorite thing of mine in the tasting bar.
So just to say, you're not coming to the Disgusting Food Museum for dinner. You were coming for an educational and fun experience, but it's not a place to come and eat.
No, you don't get full. We serve small portions, about a gram or so, but a lot of them, about 25 different things. So it's more of exercising your taste buds and getting to experience things that you would have to travel all around the world to taste normally.
Pushing your comfort zone.
Absolutely. Moving your comfort zone permanently even, hopefully.
So how did you decide on, because you've covered the globe, haven't you, with disgusting food. So what was the selection process?
Of the foods that we
The
show.
things that you show and that you have available to taste.
Sure. So basically we started off by looking at the list of about almost 500 things, and then we scored them. As many as possible we tried to taste, but we scored them on different vectors. So we looked at the smell, the taste, the texture when you eat it, but also the production method. Because sometimes that is the disgusting thing, moral disgust.
Well, that's what we were just talking about, wasn't it? The stomach made in a goat, the stomach cheese from a goat. So.
That one would score pretty highly both on flavor and the production method.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you did. Now, how do you get this stuff here? Now, presumably this is because of the disgusting food. They're not really available on Amazon very easily, are they? Sourcing it must be problematic.
Now we have a list of all the places to get them, so now it's easy, but originally, yes, it was very, very difficult. The hardest thing was probably the balut eggs, which is from the Philippines.
Right.
It is a partially developed duck fetus.
Yes.
So it's an egg that is on the way to become a little duckling. And we honestly, before we opened in 2018, we spent 3 months looking for it. We looked all over Europe. Everyone was like, no, we can't find it. And then we ended up buying it from one of our neighbors in the village where we lived in. It was a Vietnamese couple that we found through a Facebook group, and they were selling it. So some of the things are incredibly hard.
Yeah.
Others we had to make replicas because it's impossible to buy.
We should differentiate that there are some items here that are kind of plastic or models, aren't they? Here that represent it, and there are things that are real. We've got some cheese with maggots crawling around inside it. That's pretty bad. Tell us about that.
Well, that one is one of the kind of replicas, because there's a real Sardinian cheese, a real pecorino. It's real maggots, but it's not exactly the same maggots, because that would be cheese fly maggots. They are impossible to buy.
Yeah.
So it's a slightly different kind of maggot, but it is actually illegal to buy or sell Kasumatsu, even in Sardinia.
Okay.
So we have to make a replica of it.
Yeah. And do you run into customs problems when you're importing this stuff into Spain or to any other country? And people going, you can't have that, it's revolt.
Not that often. We had a bottle of snake wine that was stuck in Swedish customs for 3 months, and then we got it. We do always make sure to, for example, if we buy a snake wine, we buy it with a snake that is not on the CITES list of endangered species. Now we started buying snakes in Sweden from pet owners who donate them after the snake has died a natural death, and we use them instead. So we try to do it as ethically as possible, but sometimes customs are problematic.
Okay, I can imagine. What a business you created for yourself. And there's no precedent. You can't say, okay, like if you're starting a restaurant or like any other business, you can say what other people do. You're I guess the only disgusting food museum in the world, are you?
Yeah. We're the only, now we have a couple of places, but yes, we are the original and the only one. And it's, we do run into a lot of interesting problems, especially with new people coming into the staff. They have to deal with things that they never thought they would have to. But it's all part of the job, so you get used to it.
And they seem to be smiling about it, right?
Yeah. We actually, we have a pretty long, difficult hiring process where people have to taste everything to work here.
Yeah.
If you don't taste everything, you're not allowed to work here.
You're wearing a t-shirt that says, I tasted everything at the Disgusting Food Museum.
I have, and everyone has. Even my own kids, they want to work in the museum. They have tasted everything as well.
Right.
So it's a very strict rule, but it means that we get people who actually want to work here, and they are passionate about it for sure.
Now, there's one disgusting food that, particularly from Scandinavia, that people talk about, it's the shark meat, the fermented shark meat, isn't it?
We have 2 fermented fish products that are Scandinavian, yes, or Nordic. That would be the fermented shark from Iceland, the haukartel, and then you have
again slowly.
Haukartel.
Right.
It's not spelled the same way as it's pronounced.
As I see it,
No, I've gotten it from a lot of Icelanders. This is how you say it. I probably slightly mispronounce it still, and then we have the Swedish surströmming, which is a fermented herring. That's also quite well known. You've probably seen people on YouTube opening a can and it
These are the
explodes.
big swollen cans and the neighbours complaining, and you're banned from opening it in certain places, aren't you? And you can have that here.
You can have that here, yes. And it's probably the most difficult thing to get to the island, because we cannot bring it on a plane. We have to bring it by car. So we have to have a truck coming all the way here, not just with that, of course, but it explodes. It blows up.
As soon as the low pressure, you have exploded.
It's not all the time, but it has happened. So most airlines straight out just ban it.
I bet that sounds revolting, doesn't it? Now, there's also, and I don't want you to give away anything of the exhibits here, but there's an educational element to this as well. It's not just come along and be disgusted or surprised, or sometimes actually surprisingly not disgusted, which is my experience. You know, we mentioned before that the licorice was horrible. Some of the other bits weren't quite so bad. But you aim to educate too. Tell us about that.
We absolutely do. So what we try to do is to not have one message that everyone gets stuffed down their throat, because I think as soon as you try to tell people what to think, they definitely don't think that way.
Yeah.
So, but there is an educational message behind it. There's actually 2 underlying messages. The first one is that we should not judge other cultures as disgusting, because we're all equally disgusting. Yes. We all have our own disgusting foods that are normal to us, but when we give it to someone from another culture, they go, why do you eat that? That's so strange. And the second one is that we have to eat in a different way for the sake of the future of the planet. Yeah. So we have to think about the protein sources especially, maybe eat more insects, lab-grown meat when that starts to pass the regulatory hurdles, eat the whole animal. If we're going to slaughter an animal, eat all of it. So that's the second kind of message, that we have to think differently, because disgust is interesting. It's one of the fundamental human emotions that we all have. And it's there to protect us as a species.
Yeah.
It's there to make sure we don't eat or drink something that could kill us, something poisonous or rotten. So we are supposed to be disgusted by things that are too far away from what we're used to. It's just our bodies trying to make sure that we survive. So being disgusted is not necessarily a horrible thing, but we as thinking humans, we can pass beyond our initial gut reaction of like, oh, that's disgusting. We should learn more about why it exists and why people like it, and then say, okay, my gut reaction was disgust, but it's actually quite good.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at even basic stuff that everyone would like is cheese, right? We keep our milk in the fridge and throw it away when it smells bad, or you put it at room temperature, let it really go bad, and then you put it on a cracker in your sandwich, and it's delicious, right? And we all do.
And cheese is interesting because we talked about the sucaloo before, which the way it's produced is because there is an enzyme in the stomach of baby animals, and that's how we still make cheese, rennet. Rennet is enzyme from calf stomachs. So all the cheeses you've ever had has used an enzyme from a calf stomach, unless it specifically says using vegan rennet. But otherwise, all the cheeses you ever had.
And this is thousands of years old.
Yes, 4,000 years ago we started making cheese in stomachs, and now we just refine the process. But that's also one of our messages, that behind the foods that you eat every day, there are truths, there are facts about the production method that you kind of want to be willfully ignorant of. We talked about gelatin candy before.
I was going to mention this, exactly that, because until this point, everything all of the disgusting foods in the Disgusting Food Museum are whole foods, if you like. They're not processed foods, but you in the exhibition you do highlight sometimes about the things that you think are disgusting and the things that you might feed your children. So tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, basically gelatin is based on what's left over in the slaughter process. I mean, it's bones and it's parts of the animal that you don't normally eat. And it's a great thing that it's repurposed to make gelatin. If we're going to kill the animal, we might as well use all of it. It's just that most people, they don't think about that. They don't think about where gelatin comes from. So we're not telling people stop eating gelatin candy. You can eat as much as you want, but be aware of the truth behind it.
Yeah, and it fits. It's interesting, and I'm hopefully you're not giving this away. You mentioned it, but you're following a shelf of exhibits, and you're going, ugh, horrible, 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 and then there's the gelatine sweets, and you go, but we've all eaten those, and we really like them, and here they are, and they fit into. Well, it's probably even more disgusting, potentially, isn't it? Because actually the things before that in the exhibit are whole foods that people are just not used to. And here it is processed.
Well, one of the main goals of how we selected the exhibit items is that we want people, everyone, no matter where you're from, to find at least one food that makes you go, hang on, I eat that, that's not disgusting.
Yeah.
Because it starts this thought process of, okay, wait, if my food is here, maybe the other foods are normal too. And that was actually a selection criteria. Everything in the exhibition has to be loved and willingly eaten in the country it comes from.
Yes, okay.
So we had a couple of things.
But not just an out there freaky thing that everybody does, right?
It has to be a cultural thing, because we want to get that reaction. We want people to think about their own eating habits and realize that what you see as an everyday food is probably disgusting to someone else.
Yeah. Speaking personally, with some Scottish ancestry,
Yeah.
I like boiled lungs and liver, but show me a snail, I'll run the other direction.
Exactly.
Is there something, as a Swede, and given that you have an unusual job, is there anything that normal people eat somewhere else that you don't like?
Yes, there is one, and everyone thinks it's absolutely funny, and I get it. One of the most common vegetables that all of you have eaten in the last week, probably, I really detest cucumber in all forms. Pickles, raw cucumber, doesn't matter. There's something about the flavor, and people always say there's no flavor there. There is absolutely a flavor there. I absolutely hate it. It is horrible. If I order a hamburger and I get it and they had some pickles on it, like you have to remake it completely, because I can get the taste, even though it's not necessarily there anymore. Just the particles of cucumber on the bread, I can still
Very
taste
sensitive
it.
bread. You haven't found a little space in your museum for a cucumber and a
No, it's not. I'm one of the few that really don't like it. But no, it's one of those things that surprise people all the time. I've drinking, cow urine several times for content, but I will not eat a cucumber.
Yeah, I have no idea how to follow that. I'm going to look at cucumbers again and think, do I really want to have this?
Exactly.
So look, the Disgusting Food Museum is now open. It's in its early stages here. It's been in Malmo for, I think you said 7?
Almost 7 years. Yeah.
It's a well-established and very popular. I think you said actually you've been recognised on the streets of Palma.
Yes, because by Swedish people. Yeah. It is. We're doing really well in Malmö. Malmö is a small city, about the same size, like inhabitant-wise, as Palma, 300,000 something, but only about 2 million tourists. But we do quite well there. We have about 55,000 visitors a year, and especially now summertime, it's full morning to evening every day.
And you're following an established formula here with your new venture in Palma. So it's open now?
It is open now. It's open 12 to 9 every day, 7 days a week.
And it's going to be all year round, isn't it?
It will, yes, that's the plan.
So there's no escaping the disgusting.
No, you have no excuses.
Exactly. Now, on Mallorca, we have the opportunity to give you a discount. So check in the description below the podcast and on our Facebook group, and you can click through there to get you a discount on entry to the Disgusting Food Museum. So I think the only thing left to now do is to try something.
Yes, sounds good.
So I sounded very keen then, didn't I?
Well, you should be keen, shouldn't you?
So again, as we talked about before, all of these foods here are actually delicacies in many different cultures around the world, right? They're just perceived as strange to different people, right? The first thing I have for you is black ants from Thailand.
Black eggs from
Black ants.
Black ants.
Yeah. And basically, if you go to anywhere in Southeast Asia, you order a soup, you might think it's black peppers, but it's probably some black ants,
So
right?
seasoned with ants.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Honestly, it would be a very nice seasoning. I want you to think about a lemon pepper, right?
Okay.
So this very acidic taste, because the ants produce this formic acid that creates this very interesting taste, right?
Oh, you've given me lots.
Yep. It's getting past the visuals again, right? The more you look at it, the harder it gets.
One would have been enough. Yeah. And straight down the hatch.
Straight down the hatch.
What's that like?
It's like lemon pepper, but I know it's made of ants. I think that's the issue, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
For a lot of the things tried here,
Yeah.
is the flavour's great.
Yeah. It's just the visuals, or the smell at times. The next thing I have for you is grasshoppers.
Grasshoppers.
Yeah. With this one here, again, it's another visual thing. The hardest part is probably some legs or some wings will get stuck in your teeth,
Thank you.
right?
All right.
However, this one here, I want you to imagine sunflower seeds, right?
Okay.
Or even burnt popcorn.
Oh, that's all right. I always burn the popcorn. It's not as good as the ants.
Exactly.
Something I thought.
Yeah. The ants have a bit more flavor. I kind of like that one too. This is, if you're ever from Scandinavia, you've probably heard about this. This is a Scandinavian caviar, right? Specifically from Sweden. I like to say the Swedes absolutely treasure this. Everyone else bloody hates it, right?
I found a leg, sorry, stuck between my...
Oh yeah, of course. So with this one here, this is cod fish eggs, right? If you're familiar with caviar, it shouldn't taste too bad.
Just, Eric, question. Do you skip breakfast and eat here? Or what do you have for breakfast?
It depends on my mood every day, honestly.
So that's actually nice.
Oh yeah. No, it's a delicacy back home, right?
That is quite nice. It's very strong.
And the interesting thing about taste that I've noticed is no matter how bad something tastes initially, you will over time develop a palate towards it, right? So it's all of these are acquired tastes, right?
Everything. I mean, I remember trying coffee as a kid.
Exactly.
What's wrong with you people drinking this stuff? And now I'm about 5 espressos a day.
Next thing we have here is the durian fruit, also known as the stinky fruit. You've heard
It's the one that smells like garbage.
exactly. So you've heard the legends, and the legends are unfortunately true, right? The hardest part with this one is the smell. If you can get past the smell, I want you to imagine yourself cutting an onion with a knife and then using the same knife without washing it. I'm sure we've all done this before, right? And then cut a mango and then eat the mango, right? So it has a very distinct flavor profile to it, but it's actually quite nice.
I'm developing an interesting cocktail in my stomach right now. Ants, grasshoppers, and
Oh yeah.
this
No,
only
it's,
can't it? It looks like ice cream is what I'm
oh yeah, of
myself.
course.
Mango and onion.
Of course, mango onion.
And don't sniff it.
Yep.
Just sniffed it.
It's a bit hard to avoid that one.
Oh, that is quite something, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
It's exactly like mango and onion.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's kind of a weird combination, but
It's like that one, I think.
yeah. Not my favorite food, I have to be honest, but it is what it is, right?
I could know that and that. I could get used to it. And how do people eat it? Do they spread it on toast or they just eat it on the bus?
A lot of people, they just eat it, man. It's food. They kind of make ice creams and sorbets out of it, so it's... Next thing we have here is the century eggs.
How many more have we got?
Yeah, we're about 25% of the way through, so unfortunately you gotta stick with it, man. Next up, we have some century eggs from China. And this one is actually a fermented duck egg. Again, this is an example of getting past the visuals. I don't think anyone would be appealed by seeing a black egg, right?
Am I about to see a black egg?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm about to make you try it as well. So with this one here, I want you to imagine an overboiled egg that's been left in the fridge overnight. Or you know one of those really old egg sandwiches that you get at the airport?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically that. So imagine a very eggy egg. Oh yeah.
Oh, the visuals on that one.
Oh yeah, no, that one got me too, I'm not gonna lie.
I won't look at that. It's absolutely fine.
Oh yeah.
I did accidentally look at it, which is the worst thing.
I couldn't mention the aftertaste because that one's quite strong, right? Yeah.
I'm all right with that too.
Yeah? Not too bad, right?
The rain. Oh no, hang on, there it is.
Oh yeah, it takes a couple seconds to hit, man.
It really does, doesn't it?
Yeah, so it's gonna stick for a couple of days, but that should be fine, right?
Is this stuff good for you?
Yeah, honestly, everything here is preserved pretty well and very healthy foods, right? Yeah. Next up, we have the cheese section. Are you a cheese lover by any chance?
I was, yeah.
Yeah,
But
you was?
changed my mind.
Oh yeah, we're about to test your relationship with cheese today, right? The first one here is called the Gamle Olles Farfar, which is a Danish cheese, which translates to my old smelly grandfather. And it kind of smells like that as well, right? Yeah.
Pungent cheese.
Oh yeah, it's a very pungent one. In regards to the taste, I want you to imagine a very old cheddar, basically.
I grew up near cheddar. I can manage that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a big bit.
And be surprised, man.
Jesus.
Oh yeah. No, you don't have to eat everything, right?
I'm gonna
just give it a good bite.
I'm bringing this in, avoiding my nose. Oh,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
that's a bad one.
I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain.
Oh, that's bad.
Unfortunately, it does get better before it gets worse, right? Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That one
it's
hits.
the disgusting food music.
The,
Exactly what it says on the tin.
the next one here, of course, we had to have a blue cheese in here, right? Are you a blue cheese lover by any chance?
Yeah, I like cheese a bit less than I liked it 5 minutes ago.
Perfect. This one should cleanse the palate slightly. This one is Roquefort from France.
Oh, I see that.
Of course, we had to bring a French cheese as well, right? So this one has a very strong, pungent blue cheese kind of taste.
Quite like.
Yeah, it's lovely. Oh yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah, that one's a good one, honestly.
That is not disgusting.
But again, a lot of different cultures around the world find that very strange, right? So it's,
In England, we have a famous one called Stilton.
yeah.
And when you see it as a kid, sorry, a thing just happened in my throat. And
Yeah. Happens to the best of us.
that people go, you're eating something that's rotten. Why, you know, he's got mold on it. Why would you do that? But it's delicious, isn't it? The Roquefort's fine.
Oh yeah. Well, that one's
Back for that one.
a fan favorite for most, right?
I'm worried about this next bit.
Oh yeah, and you should be, honestly. So just to give you a bit of a perspective here, this one, again, I'm a cheese lover. I really like cheese. This is the worst cheese I've ever tasted in my life, right? And that says a lot, right, coming from me.
I might need some water.
Oh yeah, for sure. We have some water there, for sure.
Right, okay, let's have a bit of a... How's he bearing up, babe?
Yeah, he's surviving, like most. However, we've still got a long way to go, so let's see. Let's see how we do.
I was a big brave soldier until that one.
Oh yeah, well, that one gets a lot of people, you're right. And this one too, I'm not gonna lie, right? This one is the famous baby goat's stomach cheese. Yeah, we threw the ethics right out the window with this one, right? So the milk was fermented in the baby goat's stomach. Again, these Italians are really creative when it comes to cheese, right? Honestly, it bewilders me sometimes, right? This one's gonna taste a lot like vomit or acid reflux, right?
Good.
If that helps.
I look forward to that.
Yeah. Let's do this, man. But it kind of makes sense. I mean, the milk was fermented in the baby goat's stomach.
How come you're getting to hold the camera? Do you want to swap for the baby goats to us? This is... a gratifyingly small bit, but you've given me a small bit because it's consistent.
Oh yeah, no, you should be happy that I gave you such a small bit. So yeah, I want you to basically think about vomit, right? The feeling after you vomit. That's exactly how it tastes like.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. That's the worst. That's worse than stinky old man cheese.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
However, we do have some palate cleansers for you here.
that's something I recognise.
Oh yeah, you should know this one, right? Yeah, Marmite.
I do that.
Yeah.
I do that voluntarily.
This is a fan favorite among most. Again, most different cultures around the world, they found this absolutely atrocious, me included, right? It's just like, I don't see how you guys put that on bread. Like, so to most people that haven't tasted this before, it's a yeast extract, and I want you to describe a very thick bouillon, or like very thick soy sauce, right? So it has that strong, tangy, salty touch to it.
For our podcast listeners and watchers who are British, you'll know about it. Doesn't mean you like it, because I'm maybe educating you about something. Marmite is actually now a word in England.
Oh, wow.
It means something you like it or you don't. So you can describe someone, they're a bit Marmite. It means you like it or you don't. There's no one in between.
Yeah,
It's a fact. But
that's a very interesting one.
it's an extract from the brewing process, making beer, and it's really strong and really salty. And it's really good for you, isn't it?
Yeah, lots of B vitamins. It's really nice on toast.
This is easy. But neat, it is very strong. Normally you have it on toast with some butter.
Yeah, exactly.
That was easy, Eric.
Yeah. Don't speak too soon, man. Don't speak too soon. Next up, we have some sauerkraut juice from Poland originally, right? It's very worldwide now. And have you tried sauerkraut before?
I love sauerkraut. Yeah.
Okay,
I've
perfect.
never tried the juice before.
So imagine the concentrated juice that we normally toss out, that part of the sauerkraut.
So
Now,
the juice of fermented cabbage.
exactly. So the concentrated juice, let's do this.
Concentrated juice of fermented cabbage.
Yeah.
Would you like to join me with the test?
Juice. No, good.
No, it smells like vinegar. I smell vinegary because it's fermented.
Exactly. Honestly, I like to say anything fermented kind of tastes similar, right?
Down in one or sip.
Just done it. Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah, that to wake you up for sure. Yeah.
Actually, we spoke to our insider, didn't we? Our food insider, Mia,
Yes.
who said that they use this as a hangover cure. She's
Oh yeah.
Croatia.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm
Yeah.
the vet.
Full of probiotics for the gut microbiome, so it's
Live
perfect.
forever.
Perfect for recovery after a long night out, right here in Mallorca, right? Next one here, root beer. This is a very, very famous one, right? Of course, we had to add something from the USA.
Actually, weirdly, I don't like root beer.
Yeah. No, this one
There's
is.
everything else here.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
Exactly.
Do people say root beer tastes so?
So most people describe root beer as imagine carbonated mouthwash.
You see, this is the good point that Andreas was making before, is that, like, I don't think Marmite or root beer is disgusting. But it's weird to find it in the disgusting food museum because
Exactly. But a lot of different cultures absolutely hate this one. So typically the Southeast Asians, they don't quite like this at all.
it's not the worst thing you've got here.
Yeah.
Speaking of the worst thing you've got in here, are we about to move on to the...
Oh yeah. So this is where I like to say the Vikings survived the winters, right? This is how the Vikings survived the winters. And the first one we have here is the hakkaral, the fermented shark from Iceland. The hardest part is the smell, of course, right?
Right.
Think about it. Sharks urinate from glands from all across their body, and they urinate daily, and they live for about 400 years. So you can imagine how it's going to taste, right? How it's going to smell. And then you add a fermentation process on top of that, and the smells are bound to be pretty bad, right?
You're not selling.
Oh yeah. No,
400 years of urine
yeah, exactly. No, it's
and fermented.
honestly in regards to the
It's rain.
yeah. Sorry.
Is it urine
Yeah.
smell?
So the smell to most people, I just like to describe it as the toilets and the subway stations in London, basically.
Paris.
London, or if you've ever been to Paris, yeah. You walk down the Arc de Triomphe, right?
I was not looking forward to this until you said that.
So-
I was really not.
Before you try it, I want you to think about the taste of calamari, right? A nice fresh piece of calamari, but imagine your cat took a piss on that piece of calamari. Yeah. Very pleasant. Let's do this.
This was going very well into this.
Oh yeah. The texture is what gets me most.
Is this the worst one or is the next one the worst one?
Honestly, for me, the shark was the hardest to get down, but anyway, each to their own, right? Nice. So this next one here, I'm sure you've all heard the legends of surströmming, the legendary Swedish fermented herring. With this one here, again, the smell is the worst part. This one here, The smell is mostly bad from the cans, right? If you open up the freshly fermented can, it's a horrendous, horrendous smell because most times the fish has been fermented in the can for 24 months, right?
So the can is swollen. This is the one that Andreas was saying that you can't fly because it might explode on the aeroplane.
Exactly. Or you can't open it in any public places, right? That's not fun. However, this one has been already opened, so we can let our guard down a little bit here. This one is going to be about 5% of how it would smell if you opened up the freshly fermented can. Just to give you a bit of a perspective there, right?
I may never eat.
So I want you to imagine the taste of anchovies, right?
I like anchovies.
That's been left out for a couple weeks. So yeah, rotten fish.
Anchovies a bit less than that. This is, I've got,
Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, and Sweden.
bloody hell.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that one is pungent.
That's really strong, isn't it? I don't want any more of that.
No, I wouldn't blame you, honestly.
We're moving to the last thing now.
Oh yeah. So the last thing here, this one we're very generous enough to end with some candy, right?
Pudding.
Yeah, exactly. Who doesn't love candy, right? It's the least we could do after all of this disgustingness, right? Culturally disgusting, right? So with this one here, this is a salty licorice from Scandinavia. I like to call this the Scandinavian Haribos because people absolutely go crazy over this stuff. Have you ever tried salty licorice before?
We mentioned in the interview, I did try one on your press day.
Yeah.
It is a tough,
Yeah, it's a tough one to get past.
quite as fun as your
Yeah.
it sounds.
So the best way to get this down is you throw the whole thing in your mouth and just chew for your life, honestly. Because the blend between the salt and the sweet makes it survivable. I'm not gonna say good because I would be lying, right?
Survivable.
Yeah, I do not like this stuff. So, but the Swedes love it.
Do they really love it, Eric?
They absolutely love it.
Like most Swedes or just a really hum?
Most Swedes, honestly.
Oh, wow.
Chew for your life, man. Oh yeah.
That is,
Oh yeah, it's dank.
God, that really is unbelievable.
You have to get past the salt to get it to the good stuff, right? Which is not particularly easy.
Speed is your friend on this one, isn't it? I don't know, I can't even really describe that. It's so strong tasting.
Yeah, honestly, that was one of the biggest culture shocks for me when I first moved to Sweden. Like, I couldn't imagine how people love this stuff.
The licorice taste at the end isn't so bad.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's more than salt at the start, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
It's fine. I put a bit too much salt in my food. There's something else going on there that is really bad.
Yeah, exactly. It's the specific salt that we use, ammonium chloride.
Eric, thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries.
Is that what we're looking for? Am I thanking you for this? I don't know.
We do have one more last thing for you. Yeah. This is the chili challenge, or what I like to say, welcome to the pain zone, right? You're already in so much pain that you might as well just fight through.
My nose is beginning to run. At least I can't taste the fermented shark anymore.
Exactly. I like to say pain is just a mental game,
Or
right?
anything else. I might never taste anything ever again. The final answer, 1.5 million Scoville.
So anything that looks like it was made in a lab just cannot be good.
God, look at that. It looks like... I note the gloves.
Oh yeah, there's a reason I'm wearing
Touch it,
gloves.
but you're happy for me to shove it in my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, it is just gonna get worse, so let's do the last one fast. The faster we do this, the better, I'll be honest. Right?
Oh, that's straight away, that one.
Oh yeah.
Can you describe how you're feeling?
Pain, actually. You were talking about this as...
You nailed it. You nailed it.
Why does it hurt?
It's pain or something.
It's, yeah, the pain receptors is just...
My tongue's
yeah,
gone really numb.
exactly.
It feels like my tongue is swelling.
With the last one here, this one is very thick, so unfortunately, I need you to suck it like a lollipop in the middle of your tongue for 15 seconds. But just wait 1 second, unfortunately. I'm just gonna give it 1 second, sorry. Before we do the last one, you just quickly have to sign your life away, right?
All right.
Letter of acceptance here.
The chili I'm about to try, I'm doing this without the aid of my reading glasses. The chili I'm about to try is 9 million Scoville, amongst the strongest on the planet. I fully understand that tasting said chili will most likely cause severe stomach cramps, most likely pain, crying, and could cause severe problems. I hereby acknowledge that the choice of tasty chili extract of 9 million Scoville is idiotic. And I'm ready to face the consequences head on. I'm signing to confirm I am an idiot. What am I doing?
Yeah, no, I don't get it either.
Come to the disgusting conclusion, people, it's tremendous.
Guys, so this one, I need you to suck it like a lollipop in the middle of your tongue for 15 seconds, just like this, right?
You might need to get the milk.
And that's because it needs to liquefy. before it goes down, right? 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Woo! Congrats, man. You're an absolute champ here. Here you go. Here's the milk.
Did all this for a glass of milk.
Oh yeah, of course, man. And maybe some more. So if you do complete the challenge, you do have a chance to win some very nice prizes there, right?
Hang on, that's a bad thing.
Maybe one of these.
How do you win it?
So if you try everything, you can win a free t-shirt, right? Yeah, I tasted everything. Oh yeah. Hey.
I have to go to hospital. Excuse me a minute.
Yeah, no, it is gonna stick. Depending on the type of person, it depends how long.
I genuinely didn't think I was going to make it to the end. That's a very tiny portion.
So for most people, for most healthy individuals, a good 20 minutes, you should be fine, right? Yeah.
My voice is good, but that's proper pain. My eyes are watering. My nose is scared. Come to the Disgusting Food Museum, and you don't have to try everything, but please do. It's about pushing your comfort zone, isn't it? Thank you very much, Eric.
Thank you so much.
Super.
I think it's about trying things that you never get the opportunity to do elsewhere.
No, the asked me to eat a snail.
Exactly, because you can think about this museum has all the different foods from all around the world. It's like a cultural exposition of all the different foods from all around the world. This is literally the only place in the world where you can actually get a taste of all the different cultures in the world, right, in one place. And you will be pleasantly surprised, as you were with some of the foods, right?
It was great. Thank you very much.
So that kind of like puts a whole new perspective on things like, I don't know, it's hard to say, but I really, I actually don't think disgusting is the right word. I think challenging food museum would be better.
There's a saying somewhere that it's like one man's is another man's and I can't remember what it is.
One man's something is somebody else's poison. One man's
That sort of thing.
Yeah, I
you
know
can't
what
think
you
of it
mean.
either. Yeah. I was slightly what's the word I'm looking for? Insulted that Marmite was in there. What are you talking about?
Marmite's
But
great.
then when you describe it to a German or American, they're like, "What? That sounds horrendous."
Yeah, but like you know, there is a manner of eating Marmite which makes it lovely.
Yeah. But you realise actually that every culture's got a bit of something. Like you have some Scottish heritage, so we make
Some,
haggis.
hello, 100% Scottish.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're as Scottish as you get from Watford.
Fully Scottish parents.
There you go.
From
Exactly.
Aberdeen.
That makes me a Scouser as well.
It does make you a Scouser.
Obviously.
If you're talking about heritage,
But
yes.
we do. We eat haggis. Well, we're going to say we eat haggis quite a lot. We don't. We eat it on Burns night and then go. We should have this more often, and then don't have it until
we
Burns
live
night.
in Mallorca. It's a bit difficult to get haggis.
But plenty of people, in fact, possibly most people on Earth would say, "What? Not touching that." But then in
that's
Mallorca, you have the
lovely.
frito mallorquin, which is actually, give or take, haggis, but it's the same sort of offal thing, but just made in a different style.
Less sheep
we all have a
stomachs.
little bit of local culture somewhere that's a bit revolting. And even if you don't touch any of that stuff, and go and have a look what goes into your chicken nuggets, you might think that was revolting too.
Yeah.
So anyway, go and have a look at the Disgusting Food Museum. Bonnie Tyler's on tonight. The Welsh meatloaf. Can't wait to say that.
Oh my God.
And what else is coming? You went to a concert the other night, which was a pretend Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, yesterday, in
Yeah.
fact, in SJD in Kelvia. And I've got to say that I really like that venue. We have spoken about it recently a couple of times. But I'm a big fan. It's so nice to be, like, one of the really nice things about living in Mallorca, I mean, like, we're talking in a heat wave right now, but it's being outside in the evenings. It's so nice. And it's like you can wander around in, shorts or what have you, and it's just lovely to feel that free and be in the warm air. And they've made a really nice vibe there. It's very festival kind of atmosphere, very relaxed. So, like, you walk through the audience, and at the front they're all into the music and everything, and they're watching and singing along. But at the back, there'll be people with blankets on the floor and stuff, sort of sitting out and just chilling.
Bonsai Glastonbury.
It's so nice. And the tickets aren't expensive. Like, for the stuff that probably the international audience who listen to the podcast would like, the tickets are like 20 quid.
Yeah, it's not.
So it's
You
not
don't get much for that these
expensive.
days, do you?
No, I mean, like they're obviously the more kind of famous Spanish stuff, the Spanish artists that they bring in, they're going to charge them more because they can get more for them. But
Yeah.
but they had Blue. They've had also they had Natasha Hamilton from Atomic Kitten. Also we see
What's it,
there
Lighthouse Family?
Shalimar. Yes, Lighthouse Family. There's another one coming up called Children of the 80s, which obviously we are, but I'm not certain if it's Children of the 80s English music or Children of the 80s German music. And I need to kind of like identify.
That's just Nena then, isn't it?
Yes.
Nena and Kraftwerk.
But like, it's a hard genre for me to kind of feel comfortable with because I was a teenager in the 80s and I had very specific
what's going to happen,
musical
though, don't you?
tastes. Everyone's going to turn up in neon leg warmers.
Everyone who was like born after the 2000s will show up in neon leg warmers.
Yeah, and I'll show up wearing my goth outfit
Yeah,
again.
have your back comb hair and your black makeup on.
I'll look like Robert Smith off The Cure.
Yeah.
The other thing that we wanted to talk about was the Trump refugees.
Well, yeah, this is in our Facebook group, which associated with this podcast and of the same name. You can find a link below if you want to join it. We've got 120,000 people in it now, give or take. And there's increasing amounts of Americans joining it, have been for a while, saying things like, we want to move here, where's a good place to go? Even the Americans coming on holiday here, actually,
Yeah,
is they're
they love
increasing
it.
that number. There's a few direct flights that are going to I think, to
New
Newark
York.
and New York, and I think they were going to do one, or did do one from Miami. So, and lots of the US big magazines were talking about what a great destination it is. We've got Jeff Bezos and lots of American celebrities, Oprah Winfrey, people like that here. Nicole Kidman made a movie here. So Mallorca's a very fashionable place to be in the States, and Spain in general now has become a place where lots of Americans are quite keen on moving to. And this week, El País, which is a big Spanish national newspaper that have a good bit in English.
One of the best.
It is, yeah.
I think so.
They write a
anyway.
lot in English, so that's good to
They have an
follow
English
as well.
website.
They do. And CNN, which obviously a big American broadcaster, they both did bits on their websites this week about Americans moving to Spain, not just to Mallorca, but just, some of them are Trump refugees, people going, I don't want to live in this country anymore, let's go somewhere else. Some of them just liking the idea of a European life, that kind of stuff. So there was one couple that moved here to Mallorca, gave it 6 months and moved off to San Sebastian. They preferred it over there. I think it was, and other ones moving to Barcelona. But it's really interesting, actually, that it's becoming, obviously it's noteworthy enough for two newspapers to write about it in a week. I'm not sure they managed to get on with visas, presumably the same digital nomad visas and that kind of stuff that British people have to go through these days as well. But welcome, anyway, and enjoy.
I wonder that I think that the working culture in America is pretty rough, isn't it? Like you don't get a lot of holidays, and it's the European lifestyle. Even though maybe people think Spanish people are all mañana, we work pretty hard here, but we still do very much like going out on a Sunday with our families, and there's like definitely a balance there with things like more community, more connection to family and to social events, and I think that I wonder if people are searching for that.
Well, as mentioned before, I'm not American, I'm a Scouser. I'm not even that, really. But I'm not a Spaniard. We lived here. Well, we have lived here for a long time, but the sort of Northern European sort of work ethic and life balance is not dissimilar to the American one. It's work really hard and earn as much as you can and get promoted and do all these things. And actually quite a lot of people, not everybody by any means, but quite a lot of people get to a point when they go, actually, is that really what life's about? Is that really what I want to be doing, is pursuing a bigger car and a Ponzi, job title on my business card, or do I want to take it a bit easy? And of course, not everybody wants to do that, but lots of people are moving to Mallorca or from Northern Europe to Southern Europe to experience a bit of that. And we gave up some pretty good jobs to come here, and have earned less money here than we would in the UK. But I've loved the culture here. I like I like living among Spaniards. I like the culture here. I like the fiestas and the pace of life and all that kind of stuff. And it's I totally get it. I think there's a lot of people who are feeling unfulfilled by the sort of Northern European life that are doing that. It seems to be there's lots of Americans doing that too. So they come here on their £500 million super yacht to enjoy a cheaper pace of life.
But hey, listen, it's not going to fix you.
No.
There's still things within you that you need to like look at wherever you are. You can be happy wherever you are, I think.
Of course.
So just bear that in mind, because I feel like sometimes people run away from stuff. They just bring their problems with them. So
That's a very prophetic note to answer.
I know, but
this is the point where I'm going to insert a brilliant Bonnie Tyler lyric that illustrates exactly that. I can't think of one.
which one will it be?
I was lost in France. No, it doesn't work for a Spanish podcast, does it? I'm living in a powder. No.
Are we done? Oh, yes. By the way, Milka is now on TikTok.
Once upon a time, there was
Once
light in my life.
light in my
Now
life,
there's only
now
love in the
there's
dark.
only love in the dark.
There's nothing.
Nothing you can say. Total eclipse of the heart.
You did that better than I ever could.
Do, 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 do,
Turn around,
do.
bright eyes. I'll see you next time.
Turn around, bright eyes.
Hey, thanks for listening. Listen, we need your help. If you don't mind, would you please subscribe wherever you got this podcast? You can find it in most places, Spotify, iTunes, all the rest of them. Just click subscribe, and if you get a chance to leave us a review and you'd like to leave us a good one, we won't stand in your way. And something for you. If you'd like to get our monthly newsletter, then visit our website. That's Mallorca-Mallorca.es. That's Mallorca with a J, -Mallorca-double-L.es. And follow the link there. And if you'd like to ask us a question, send us a DM to our Facebook or Instagram channels. And wherever you get your podcasts, if you see the show notes, you'll see the links for everything you need. Thanks for listening. See you next time.